Good evening, my friends. It is Clyde with PT3D for your excitement and viewing pleasure on this very fine 19th of July at close to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I would like to say welcome. Vince, how are you today? It's going to be an action-packed today. We're going to do many things. Perhaps. So anyway, I can't juggle. These are tags. Yeah, tags. Whoop whoop. Little Japanese style love tags. Pretty cool. I had fun making those. And I got something else I'd love to show, but I can't show it because, well, it wouldn't do well. So doing well, just printed a chameleon and temp color changing. See, that's awesome. Also, an experiment on some wood that I did. Wow. Matt, good to see you, sir. Very happy to have you here. So I was inspired by Irving Finkel. I believe he's from the British Museum, and one of the things he does is do games. So I would urge you to go check out his channel. And one of the things he did was the Royal Game of Ur. I don't know what the actual name of the game is. I don't even know all that much about it, other than it's supposedly about 3,000 years old and came from ancient Sumeria. So what I'm going to do is you're going to get to watch the laser do its thing, because that's fun, and we can discuss like potential projects. So I'm going to queue up the laser after I turn off my mouse, because I have no idea what is causing my USB driver issue, and I really don't want the laser to lose sync while I'm doing this. So we're going to close this. We're going to open this, and we're going to find a piece of wood in the dimensions that we need for this project, which I know, right? We should really do that. So I'm going to initialize the laser. I'm going to unlock the rail, and I'm going to open my design file. You've already seen this a million times, so I really didn't think that you'd need to like see me doing this particular part that many times. If you want to see me doing the setup on the laser and all that, I have other live streams. Just like fast forward through them and you'll find it. So we're going to look for some pieces of wood. We have many, lots and lots of pieces of wood. It's going to be interesting because I need to have a specific dimension to work with. And I think this is just a little shy of what I want. So let's find a better piece. So we're looking for like something that has a complementary wood grain that we can really, have pop later. So I kind of like this one actually. So we might use this one. I think that'll work lovely. So look though. Ooh. Now I need to consult my dimensions because I don't recall what the exact dimensions are on this, which I should. So, sorry. We'll find out in just a second though. I believe I did it correctly, but sometimes things happen. Thankfully, with me streaming on here, and I have this computer here doing the work, it actually works out very well. But I would love to hear how you all are doing. So please fill me in. What's going on? How are you all doing? What's shaking, bacon? Here, I'll bring you down a little bit so you can see kind of what I'm doing. All right, so this job is, I'm going to go to document properties. And we're going to change this. So this is, we have it set to 11 by 5 inches. All right, so we have this at pretty close to 11 inches, which is going to be a problem. I can already tell you that, which is not good. So I may have to scale this down just a tiny, yep, I'm going to have to scale it down a little bit. So I need to bring this down to a little bit closer dimension to what I have available for my stock. But it's actually not that big a deal because in Inkscape, you can kind of select everything and change the size, which is what I'm going to do now. But I'm going to use my mouse, I think. There we go. So I'm using my mouse and I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to change my parameters just a tiny bit. So my document was too big because I don't have pieces of wood that are bigger than 9 inches. So the design that I did, yeah, so these are right about 9 inches, which some of them are like 10, some of them are, you know, around that range. Like this one is 10 inches, but I need to work right around the 9-inch area. So we're going to go to 9 inches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this to fit that 9 inches. So we're going to do that real quick. Takes a second because I've actually got several layers on this right now. Whoops. And I totally spaced on I did something bad. Uh-oh. Okay, let's close this. Close without saving. I don't know why it's acting up on me. I almost made a big mistake. It would have been bad. It would have been horrible. Epically horrible. All right. I've got several layers on this. And if I don't activate the layers that I'm using, then just because I highlighted the stuff that is in the active layer, but the rest is not visible. So if I don't pull up all the stuff at once and resize it, my dimensions are going to be wonky. And that's the technical term I'm going to use today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all layers active. And then I'm going to go to my document properties and I'm going to change this to 8. And then I'm going to highlight everything. Hold the control button down to keep my aspect ratio. And I'm hoping that this doesn't end up being too small. If it does, I'm going to have to get some bigger stock. But for right now, this should be sufficient. So there we go. We'll get that right at the 8-inch mark. I'm going to pull up my document properties one more time. And I'm going to change this to 4-inch. And then I'm going to get everything nice and lined up. And then we're going to start cutting stuff. Because that is what we're here for. Actually, it looks like it's going to be about 3 inches. So we're doing this at 8 by 3, it looks like. I will get some bigger stock at some point to do this. I mean, the idea was to kind of make this a pocket game. So we're going to try this first. All right, so now we can get rid of this. And find, there we go. So I have my perimeter, and I have my cut line, and I have my raster line. So I'm going to do 3 different operations on this right now. And we're going to see if the K40 program software actually is okay with that. Because for some reason, I don't know, it has had issues in the past where it didn't want to do that. So we are going to shoot for the moon and expect total failure. So, and I am here, which is great, right? All right, so we need an 8x4, well, 8x3 piece. So I think pretty much anything we have at this point is going to work. So I'm going to go with something that I like the grain on, something that's not naughty, something that's fairly clear. So we're going to look for something skinny and clear. I mean, that's kind of a nice little piece there. I kind of like that. I think that's the one we're going to go for. So we're going to check our dimensions one more time. Yep. And yep. So I'm going to bring you over here now so you can see the laser. And I'll show you what I'm doing. All right. So let's pop you down here. All right. So right now, the laser is in free move mode, which is acceptable to me. I'm using these popsicle sticks as kind of a guide for the the side of the build plate, because this particular one is not exactly where I want it to be. Oops, a little too aggressive there. I should probably tape these together so it doesn't do this. All right, so it looks like a good spot. I'm going to bring this over here, power up the laser, and poke a hole in it. It looks absolutely nutter butter fine. We're running this. We're going to do a little bit of a deeper engrave on this. And since we are doing this without the air assist, because I did break that. Yeah, the air assist, I printed it in PETG, and it finally just said, no, I don't like you. All right, so now we're gonna go active with the laser. I'm gonna do a raster engrave of 200 millimeters per second. That way I get a nice kind of, well, actually, you know what? Let's do 300. We'll do this quick. And we should be good with one pass and see what happens. I did check the water already to make sure while I was booting up the computers, so it should be just fine. I'm going to see how deep this is. That's pretty deep, which is good because that gives me enough room to sand, which is something I am going to have to do. So let's just see how it goes. And I think the only same design component that I didn't, well, the rosette I did that you'll see that's printing right now is part of the game. I encourage you to look it up. It's actually pretty cool. And I've got the pieces I'm going to try and figure out as well. And I did get the first installment of my wish order today. So it's so neat how it like messes with the wood grains when it's cutting. Some of the wood's just a little denser than the other. I'm going to drink my coffee. Well, anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Since everybody gets quiet, but thank you for saying hello at least. Hopefully you can sit back, enjoy the laser work, and slip into a nighttime coma, listening to the sound of my voice and the fan that's next to me that makes my voice sound different. Pretend it's the ocean. Yes, light things on fire and pretend it's the ocean. That just sounds like a great idea. You know, I wonder if I could do a Star Trek version of this. That'd be kind of cool too. I'm just looking at that. It reminded me of a Klingon symbol. Also, I haven't checked to see if anybody else is live streaming right now, so I don't know if I just jumped on something. Mine is still in the box. Haven't had time to set it up yet. You will eventually. There's no hurry. This is a fun hobby, but you get to it when you get to it. So, not a problem. I tell you though, I have been having so much fun with the laser. I think the only part that drives me nuts is when it oh, that's right, I forgot. Is that the community catch up or whatever? Yeah, I kind of do my own thing these days, so for good or bad, I don't know. Yep. Nope, I've got all the printers that I want right now. And it's very much at this point, it's just kind of a hobby. I'm enjoying it. I get to make people happy when I make stuff for them, and that's really all that matters to me at this point. Wow, I'm glad you can do that. I can sometimes do it, but I can't do it while I'm actually streaming. Well, I could, but then you'd be hearing that noise over my noise. So just enjoy the show. Because, I mean, like I said, watching these lasers do their job, oh my God, it's so relaxing. It's just like watching a 3D printer. But I did figure out a use for the Delta printer that I have. I'm actually going to repurpose the extrusions on it and some of the steppers on it, and I'm going to actually create a what do you call it, a tumbler, a roller for the cups and stuff. I can't wait to start using the laser. Looks like you're doing well with it. Oh yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. I have violated my own what's the word? I had a very specific plan. How are you, Ron? I had a very specific plan when I got this laser, and that was going to be when I did laser cutting jobs, I was going to keep a journal so I could remember the settings. I have the journal. I just haven't written in it yet. So that's on me, right? So yeah, I haven't been all that great about doing that. And yeah, all this art, this is all artwork that I put together using paint.net. It's actually very quick, very capable, easy conversions in Inkscape. There's always smoke when you're cutting on this thing. Can start anytime. Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is with these lasers is I have a slight misalignment that I've had since I've had it. It hasn't posed any major problems. I've been able to use it without any issues. I think the only time I really come into any significant issues is when I'm actually cutting, which you'll see. Wondering if we will see magic smoke. Oh, I hope not. I don't think you might see it if it did occur, because I have tape over that one hole, so I don't know. You might. The magic blue smoke. And don't worry, this will make sense once the graphics are done. This is the longest portion of this job. Well, I don't know. I've never actually done that many vector cuts in one job, so we'll see. The vector cuts usually go faster anyway, but we're going to see just how long it takes. I'm also running this at 300 millimeters per second, which is 50 millimeters per second slower than its maximum speed, as I found out in the forums the other day. So it's always awesome to be a member of, forums where people contribute information that's, useful. So yeah, I mean, once I think I took about an hour with my graphics tablet. I set up the grid for the size. As you guys saw earlier, my playing area was just a little bit too big for the materials I had, so I had to scale it back. Hello, Dave. Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, I was like, I had just started talking, and I was like, oh, well, when I take a break, I'll call you. But now I don't have to because you're right there. So yeah, anyway, Mr. Shatter there, he's very good at. Well, this is actually his idea, sort of, and he pointed this out to me. And of course, you know me, I gotta go running with it because I'm like, ooh, I want to do this. But I wasn't happy with just copying the graphics they had on their Royal Game of Ur. I opted to do my own graphics and just to see where it kind of took me. And I wasn't overly original with my graphics, but I did sort of follow the same formula that they used. But since I don't really know what the formula was that they were shooting for with this game, I can't really say that I followed it 100%. I think about the only thing that really matches up is the rosette. Well, the rosettes, like all 5 of them there. And that one I did do freehand, which, I mean, compared to the other ones, it really looks it. But yeah, the idea is just to kind of make a, kind of a traveling game that I could take around. I'm looking at doing maybe some hinges with it and some magnets to hold it closed and do the whole top as a lid. Since the cut lines are all going to be symmetrical, so I should be able to put a hinge on either end of the piece. I'll probably use the stock screws that came with the hinges that I have, and I will coat them in a little bit of wood glue because this wood is only maximum of a 1/4 inch thick. Well, actually, I take it back. Some of it's a little bit thicker than a 1/4 inch, but it's the minimum spec is a 1/4 inch. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. USB timeout. So that's what I'm trying to figure out why it's doing this. I haven't been able to troubleshoot it yet. But that's all right. I'm going to pull this back and we're going to turn this off, turn it back on. And we're going to take this piece off and we'll find another use for it and see if we like that. It feels like a really good depth. These little triangles here aren't as nice as I'd like them to be, but there's not a lot of like cutting I can do on that. So no, it's just the laser does this periodically. Unfortunately, I don't know. And again, I have not determined the cause of it yet. I have tried several different things to try and figure it out, but oh, look. My laptop is plugged in but not charging once again. I love when it does that. So I'll have to try and get this job done with some haste. All right, so let's find another piece of wood we can work with here. I know I found that other one. Ah, there it is. Let's use this one. Is that a nice grain? Oh, sure. I mean, it's got a pretty good depth. I could probably go slower and get it a little darker, but I didn't want to be here all night, so. But yeah, that's the, I could also do some coloring, and put some paint in there and stuff. So let's activate the laser once again. All right, I'm gonna initialize, unlock, try this again. Pull this here, there, and go bloop. And that looks good. So we're going to close it. And we're going to put you back on the laser again. Oh, I guess I should put my I'll put my breather tube back in there. Not bad though. You should have the grid on there too. Oh yeah, no, the grid. Well, actually here, I'll just cut the grid real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So we'll do that real fast. Okay, so this is the grid cut. These are going to be deeper than the raster lines, or the the raster engraving, I should say. It's much more impressive to watch too. That is so cool to watch it catch on fire like that. I don't know why it skips like that though. It's like it's skipping that, where that one square is. It smells so nice in here. Watch it burn. Yeah. Oh. That's right, Ron. You got the magic smoke. There you go. See? So the one it just printed is the starting tile, or the starting grid. That's where your player piece comes in. Yeah, it's jumping all over the place when it does this. Look at that. Both sides. And that's where the exit is. Was that last one it printed? That's where you jump off the board to home or whatever. So yeah, this is the actual board. This is what the board looks like. And since we're putting the cart before the horse anyway, we'll do we'll make it even more bright. There you go. Yep. Oh, that's what you meant by both sides. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I guess I could have said that a little better. Look at that thing go. Look at that char. Oh, yeah. Burn, baby, burn. This is actually the first piece that I'm actually very happy to have that little bit of a charred edge to it. Nah, it's not really on fire. Well, it is, but it isn't. No, the air assist actually broke, so I have to put a new one in. So the air assist I'm using right now is the fan that I have sitting next to it. So if you can see, what I can do is I can actually move the fan a little closer. See? Yes, sandpaper is definitely my friend for this particular project. I didn't set that up for 2 perimeters. What is it doing? Oh, I must have gone too thick on my line. Cool. We watch it cook. We watch it burn. Must you be so violent? Okay, that is actually on fire. Whoops. Okay, that really was legit on fire that time. All right, we'll just go like this. Oh, of course. And then it stops right when I pull it off like that. Isn't that funny? What are you sticking on? Oh, okay. Oh my God, really? Come on. Come on, get my glue stick in there. Oh, you know what? Actually, I can put my tape roll in there. That's probably a better choice. The tape roll will let me have more air. There we go. And then you can go from above. Oh, it is charred now. I love it. That's going to be a nice patina, especially if I use tung oil on this. All right. I'm going to go with the 2. Sorry, I almost forgot to set that. You know, you're such a wise guy. Wise guy. I'm looking for my cleaning cloth. There it is. Well, it's a cloth. I don't know how clean it is. Oh, it's definitely not there. Hold on. If you're going to complain about dirtiness. It's actually from the air assist. It scratched the window pretty significantly, so I can't get that off. So you're out of luck. So there you go. You're going to have to just, I don't know. There. I think that's actually a little tiny better. Oh, let's see if it makes it through this job. That is true. I could. TK, how are you, bud? Yep. Well, I'm sure I have something 3D printed in here that I could probably use for that. I do, but I don't really care to like go digging through it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know whether to move my mouse or not because, oh, that's why it did that. Whoops. Well, at least I could see why it did what it did. I'll have to redo my cut lines on that at some point. For some reason, it doubled them up. Right now, it's probably about 1 millimeter deep. The other ones where the black char is, it was actually cutting. I had the cutting speed turned way down. So, yeah. Forgot to tell you, I applied for a position at Makerspace. Only 40 hours every 2 weeks. That's not bad, buddy. But a Makerspace is much more up your alley anyway, and I think that would be fun. Yeah, that would be a really good thing. It would work really well as a companion to your resin printer. I have actually done some laser engraving on 3D printed parts, by the way, and it does work. Can it work as a grayscale? Could I do it rounded edges like CNC with lasers? It's like a paper cutter or a CNC. So think of it that way. So it's very to like the way a 3D printer works. So you don't have like, you're not going to get any, you can't do like bevels, but you can do rounded corners. So rounded corners is something you can do. I opted to go with square corners on this because I'm going to sand them down manually to give it kind of a more of like a patina. Well, not patina, but like a more of a rustic feel. So I'd like to save some of my some of the work for manual work, like sanding. I really wanted to kind of char this, so I was kind of screwing around with the settings, and I think I went a little crazy with it. But what was the other question? Grayscale, yes. As a matter of fact, hold on, I will show you a grayscale piece right now. Again, it's tweaking the settings. Hey, dummy llama. This right here is a grayscale piece, BMP. It was that so if that helps you, you can do grayscale, but it does take a while to get your resolution correct and your color balance correct. Hardest wood it can cut. I would not cut MDF with it. So probably you may, I think like sticking with Baltic and pine and stuff like that is probably I know MDF is not wood, but I mean, in theory, you might be able, I can't cut MDF with this unless it's really, really like almost paper thin. But I did try it. So let's see. Well, drawing the rounded corners is actually really easy in Inkscape because you can actually set that in the program. Yes, you can engrave. You can pretty much engrave any wood. It's just you're not necessarily going to be able to cut it. Charcoal is your enemy when it comes to laser cutting stuff. I mean, you can engrave glass. You can engrave wood, many plastics, acrylic, stuff like that. It's just a matter of what should you cut versus what shouldn't you cut. Lexan on the K40, not going to work. Acrylic on a K40 will work, but unless it's, I think you have to get the, I can't remember. There's a particular type of acrylic that's ideal for the K40. Otherwise, you end up with the kind of the funky cut, like weirdness on the edges. So. But yeah, what we're making with modern technology right now is a 3,000-year-old board game inspired. Oh my God. Why did I forget his name again? Oh yeah. Inspired by Irving Finkel, one of the curators at the British Museum, I believe. Wow. His board is much bigger than the one I've got right now. Oops. Oh, well. It gets boring depending. It's overly occupied often. It's like when you get like 10, 15 people all trying to talk at once. Bought by Nutch? What? Oh, not by much. Okay. I was like, what? What? Okay, we're in that critical phase. We're at 50% right now. Let's see. We made it to... Hold on. Let's see if we can get past it. We're almost to the point where it failed last time. One-handed typing. Oh, yeah, I do that often. Dun, 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 dun. I totally, if I can appreciate that. Yeah, I can't afford multicolor right now. Hell, I can't even afford to buy 3D printing filament right now. So I take the free stuff I have and I use my laser because it's free and I got a giant friggin' box of it. So, woot woot. Yeah, it sucks. You know, I mean, filament is actually fairly inexpensive, but it's just, yeah. I'm having a blast doing what I'm doing for work. It's kind of a startup and it's, I mean, really awesome, fun time, but it's just, you know, it's building. So, all right. So we've officially surpassed our previous failure. So if you see the head slow down and then stop, you'll know that, I don't know. And it's weird because I don't know if it's the actual board on the laser doing it or if it's the USB on the on my laptop that's doing it. So that's something I'll have to look into. Oh, that is going to be so much fun to sand. Oh, I'm like drooling. But I will say that I think it looks really cool. I mean, it doesn't look as cool as it will because of the charring and stuff on there, but I do assure you it was intentional to do the charring. So, and then Shatter goes, sure it was. I still can't get over this. It's a 3,000-year-old puzzle or a 3,000-year-old like game, board game, and I'm printing it right now. That is freaking awesome. Oh, see? Oh yeah. Woot, woot. Yeah, you didn't have to delete it. You could have typed it in anyway. Unless, of course, I like said verbatim what you were going to. So you think the rosettes look good or okay? Okay, I got you. I got you. You pretty close. That's what you're shooting for. I got it. Although it is amusing to watch your as many typos as you have right now. All right. Thanks for coming around though, Tom. Appreciate it, bud. Have a good night. Sleep well. Nyet, 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 nyet. Oh yeah, I still got to do the rules of the game, but what I could do is do that on the next version of this. Since I apparently need to, I don't know. I need to get a couple of longer pieces of wood to do this. I want to have a nice big, like, you know, puzzle. Or you know what I'm talking about. I can't even freaking use the right terminology, and I don't have autocorrect to blame for that. Ugh. I'm just gonna drink my coffee. So I think I gotta do one more perimeter cut on this thing, and we'll see if it breaks free. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I can't tell you. I'm like dying here. Was that you? That must have been you. Let me see. Ah, okay. Thank you for that. I thought we were using the other one. Yeah, I'll figure out the that one later. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a work in progress. Oh, that burning, that looks so perfect. I wish you could see kind of it looks so much darker on the screen than it actually is. Oh, I will. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I'm just trying to do everything I can right now because my laptop is going to need to be rebooted soon. Odd, I can't say dollar sign. You can't say dollar sign? Dollar sign. You mean it won't let you put like, oh, look at that. What is up with that? Hold on, let me go in here and look. Why would you not be able to do a dollar sign in there? Oh, that's funny. That is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I had actually thought about doing that. I just, well, you can actually design one too if you want. And send me, the file. I just got to convert it to raster is all, but you know how to do that. Really? Okay, not that one. Ah, so if you do it in context, it's okay. All right, let's do our final cut pass. We're going to turn the heat down a little bit. We're going to run that. So let's do it. I'll be diggered. I think it actually cut through the first time. Whoops. All right, I'll let it finish its perimeter and then I'll pull it off. I gotcha. Fire! Fire! May very well have cut all the way through. It sure stinks pretty though. Should I let it go again? Why not? Let's let it go again. We'll give it a nice big old scorcheroonie right around it. Cure them edges. That is some bad hat, Harry. Oh. The downside to not having a honeycomb, though, underneath this is I can't always tell when it cuts all the way through. If I had a honeycomb build plate, I'd be able to actually see it going through or hear it. But it's okay. It's okay. We're always working on a budget. All right, let's see if this works. Probably have to turn this down a little bit. Ba-dum-dum, dum-dum-dum, dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Look at that. That's awesome. Woo! I have to get the part now because, well, it fell on the floor. Oh, dude, that is so freaking awesome. I mean, that is epic. I like that. I don't like that. I want that. Oh, wait, I have it because it's mine. So we're going to work on sanding this in a minute. But foist. We're going to do something that, see, remember this part? Yeah, guess what? We get to reuse it. Let's see. Are we in the right spot? Yeah, we are close enough. Ladies and gents. All right, so this time we are going for we're going to crank the heat up again. But what I'm going to do differently this time, I'm actually going to bump it up to 20. And then I'm going to load my other file. Even though I technically don't need to. Oh, actually, I need this file. You know what? Here, we're going to... No, we can't. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I got to reload it. Hold on a sec. I got to hide this and this and this. Unhide that. There we go. And save. And reload. Oh, yeah. No, I love... For this particular project, I can't sand anything right away. But I will be. Oh, it's definitely worth it. Hello, John. We are making the game of the royal game of and I am actually cutting. You see the difference, though? That is a very, very, very clean line compared to the initial one. It's basically the hotter the temp, faster the speed, the less likely you're going to burn anything down. So in this case, though, it's still going to do a double pass, and so it may actually still catch on fire. But we'll see. It's not blue smoke, though, or magic smoke. And I actually should have set this for 2 passes because I don't think it's actually gone all the way through. Nope, not yet. I still got one more pass to do on that before it'll cut through. Only because I'm going a little faster. And it is... Oh, I forgot to... Wow, we're doing pretty good today. Oh, look at that. Give it oxygen and it burns better. So glad nobody's here tonight. They'd be like, oh my God, the building's on fire. Yeah, right? And the rebrand. Burn. Better to burn out than to fade away. I don't know yet, Ron. I want to, but I just don't know if I'm going to have the money for it. Height 2.4 centimeters, width 11 centimeters, length 30.1 centimeters. Okay. All right, we're going to do one more. And I'm going to actually check. Yep, that actually went through. We should be able to. Well, I can't. Well, I can turn the laser off, I guess. I have to do 2 of these, so. Yeah, I know, bud. That's what I figured you meant. Convert that for me. How close? I know I'm not to the actual size because I'm doing. This is 3-inch by 8-inch. So I'd have to do the conversion to see what is that in inches, since I'm not using centimeters right now. Or millimeters. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So my original size was pretty close to what the actual was then. I mean, I was at just a little over 10 inches, so I wasn't quite there, but. Yeah, I just don't have the stock for that right now, though, so I'm going to have to work with what I got. I'm looking forward to this. This is freaking awesome. I'm getting that little bit of smokiness, but it's not too bad. It's hard, too, because some of this material is just a little bit denser than the other stuff. So let's see what the over-under is on this one. Yep, we're good. We're going to pull that one off. Even if it's not done, we're still pulling it off. It's done enough. I can make that work. I just need to lance it a little bit with the knife. All right. So let's do this one more time. One more time. I love the first cut because it looks so pretty. Oops. Sorry. Hold on. I'm fixing my tape roll. I know you just watched me cut one of these, but now you get to watch me cut another one. You know, that's not a bad idea. I could put some like meat in this thing while I'm doing this and like smoke it, and you know, just that would be good. But it definitely would make me hungry, yes. All right, so while I'm watching that, and I move my keyboard out of my way. Oh, I almost dropped it. So I need to cut this little part out just a little bit. And I need to find my knife. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. that over. All right, if it catches on fire, just let me know. Hello, Mike. How you doing? It is very good to have you here on this fine day. Oh, I lost my knife. My knife doesn't want to come out. It's really unfortunate when that happens. I feel like it's making a lot of smoke again. It's good, right? It's a beautiful day. Oh yeah. That's funny because the darkest part of the part I just cut is actually the part that didn't cut all the way through. So isn't that funny? Like, haha, funny. Oh, wow, that's squeaky. Very squeaky. Bonfires, I'm guessing. Well, it is the royal game of so maybe it's the bonfire of the vanities. Too soon? You give up? I do. I like the smell of burning maple, actually. I like to smoke meat and stuff too, though. So it's one of my, when I have the money, that's a guilty pleasure. But I will say that, pine, this particular pine doesn't smell bad either. So. Still cutting. I have to look up. Of course, I'm looking up to see what you guys are saying anyway, but. You're not done yet. Need a regular keyboard. Oh. I don't think you can use your regular keyboard, though. I thought your office was like a freaking sauna. Or the inside of a volcano. Message retracted. I missed that one, Ron. Now, oh, wait, Mike, I didn't get you. Hold on a sec. I gotta. Oops. There you go. And you get a cookie. Oh, it's done cutting. Risk it or do it one more time. Do it one more time. Oh, you know what? We can actually check it. We can just kind of gingerly. Well, I think that cut perfectly acceptable. That one did anyway. Like I said, some of these woods are just a little bit denser than the others, and they don't cut all the way through on the first try. And then others, just no problem, like this one. This one has two spots that are a little bit glitchy, and that's because there's a knot that it tried to cut through, and knots are not your friend when it comes to this stuff. All right, so yeah, we've got. I gotta find a use for that. I'm talking like you can see what I'm doing and you can't, so I apologize for that. All right, so we got one more piece to cut. So let's cut it on this one. This one looks like it's a mix wood. So I don't know if this is going to cut through on the first try. But we're going to give it a go and try anyway. Because that's what we do, right? We try to cut things. Whoops, not far enough up. That should be sufficient. Oh yeah, that'll work. Boom. I gotta go get that other one. Show Joe the board. Oh, the board. The board is right here. This is the game board. So, think of Homer Simpson when he got super fat. Smash the keypad if you need to order a dial. Oh, before I get distracted and all right, let's see. Squirrel, squirrel. Let's hide that one and open that one. All right. Save. May actually need to do one more of those, but for our prototyping needs, we're not gonna. Yeah, I think we all do at some point. Oh, that one's definitely not cut all the way through. Ugh. To get a high quality like X-Acto knife for like some of these projects because these cheap ones, even though it's an X-Acto, it's one of those disposable X-Actos, and they don't exactly do the job. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'm trying not to be too heartbroken about it, but I mean, we kind of knew that was coming. Kind of stinks, but you know, there's a lot of different things that you can do that, you know, you can have multiple people. So, what is it called? StreamYard? When I get back into doing the, you know, big old hangout stuff, we can try that. Just remind me and I'll try it. Right now I've got squirrel syndrome, so I'm sitting here cutting my oh, you can't even see. That's rude of me. Hold on. I gotta put out the fire first. There it goes. Ooh. I apparently had caught that right on fire. That's kind of cool. Oh my God. Yeah. When you're playing with a laser, it is not good to just not pay attention to it because bad things can happen. Ah, come on, pieces. Bring off, pieces. It's a very lovely smell. I can't tell you how nice of a smell it truly is. With absolutely no sarcasm either, by the way. Whoops. Almost done messed that one up. There's so much it didn't cut through on this that it's like, I'm trying to like, it needs to cut. I just broke that. Damn you, stinking dirty apes. It's all right. Like I said, prototype. That's why you have prototypes. Because with prototypes, you can break them and not feel bad about it. Actually, I really feel bad about it. I'm going to recut that because I'm very angry about that. But I might use it as a spacer, just in case. Spacer! Oh, wow. That did not do well at all, cutting through that. Talk about a different density material. Yeah, we're going to recut that. That is terribly funny. Funny. All right, let's find a softer wood to use because that is obviously much too rigid for what I'm doing right. Ooh, that'll work. That should work well. It's one piece, not the anime. We'll do fine. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, this time we'll leave the air circulating, put you here, and commence to cutting again. That's the only downside to this is sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug. I just did the bug routine. All right, we're going to use these as spacers because I don't know how thick I want this material to be. And I spent so much time cutting this stinking thing with a razor knife that even though it's busted, I feel an obligation to like make it earn my my sore fingers. So light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Nice. I still prefer laser, but that works. I like the acronym. It just sounds very James Bond. I think most of the time, you know, I don't think most people that are hanging out and watching are interested in giving me money. They're just interested in watching me catch things on fire. So that's why I don't do that. I mean, I do have a PayPal, but if anybody wants to, that's cool. Just ask for my PayPal and I'll give it to you. But no, it's not a biggie. Like I said, I've got a couple of things I would like to 3D print at some point. But I'm not heartbroken. I still managed to stay busy with the laser. And I have like a tiny bit of filament left, so I can do some like a couple of small jobs. Nice. You know, I think a lot of people actually go that route, which not to diminish what you did, of course, but it seems to be a fairly popular project. Wow, that cut through like bada on half of it. The other half, not so much. So I'm going to just toss that one. So right now we have I think we actually have enough. I don't think I need to actually do this last one, but since we're cutting it, I'll finish it anyway. And I will have one more to cut, and then I will show you the stack. Have people donate money so you can put laser on sharks. Oh yeah, no, we should do a crowdfund for that. I would do that. I love sharks. I like sharks with freaking lasers. Come on, Bessie. I would just like to do this kind of stuff all the time. So people would just throw money at me and be like, here, go do this, burn this up. And I'd be like, okay. Get like a forced air system so I don't die. Get like a, hermetically sealed lab so I don't kill anybody else. It could be fun. It's a thing. Sharks with freaking lasers. Yeah, my buddy likes to remind me often that it was his idea for me to put Sharky on the front of my laser. Well, he said shark. I chose a shark, and then it looked like a Sharky to me, so I named it Sharky. So I still maintain that that part was mine. Sharks can't save themselves from killer whales. That could be a thing. Although I think if a megalodon showed up, I think that would be a pretty good deterrent to killer whales. I agree. We should petition for an emoji. One that matters. Sharks with freaking lasers. Yep, it is. That's to you, Mike. But I will say that other than my initial purchase, when I had an issue with the laser tube being not in one piece, is when I got this one originally. The laser tube was, oh, damn it, I broke another one. Crummies. Oh, well. This wood is very, the lines that I did are very thin, so it's my fault. I was going for storage, though, and plus I scaled it down even smaller, so that doesn't help. But unfortunately, I just cracked that. And yeah, I did. But it's okay, because that's what they make glue for. All right, so we're going to cut one more piece. Actually, I kind of like it that high. I might leave it that way. It gives me something to sand. All right, let me load up this last image. And we're going to cut it. Reload, design file. It's not steel, man. Chill pill, right? Dude, look at the camera vibrate. That's pretty awesome. Well, at least to me, it's awesome. Probably not so much to you. Hopefully nobody gets sick. I'm almost done getting the wood piece that I need. Oh, that's so tiny. I wonder if that'll work. 3. Ooh, that's close. Probably not. I don't know. That's pushing it. That's a little too skinny. Let's find something a little bit easier. There we go. That's a guaranteed win right there. Oh my God, this might not cut, but we'll see. Bleep. Looks good. Oh, I keep forgetting to put the roll of tape in there. Blip. There you go. For your viewing pleasure, I pronounce the laser burn. We need what? Oh, yeah. So we can hear Facebook Tears of Joy. Facebook Tears of Joy. Face with 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 Tears of Joy. Wow, I pushed the edge of that one, didn't I? That's what happens when you get in a hurry. Come on, baby, light my fire. Well, you know what? I was going to say I could make another layer real quick and put the instructions on there, but it's 11 o'clock, so I don't really feel like doing that. V needs to glue this thing together, y'all. I think I'm going to glue this together right now. Although I need that bottom piece that I'm doing right now before I start gluing. Although I can glue these pieces back together again since I broke them. waffle lattice insert to prop open the lid to allow airflow. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. We've had a couple of good ideas tonight in regards to that particular type of thing. Where's my super glue? I need my super glue. Ooh, dear God, I just kicked my chair. Anybody interested in seeing the silicone mold that I got from wish.com today? If not, that's fine, but there we go. You are hereby glued. Oh, yeah. I will donate $1 to you Patreon if you stick your finger under the laser. Only $1? I mean, if it's $1 a month, I'll do it. All right. $1.25. Really? You want me to inflict bodily injury to myself? What kind of girl do you think I am? Of course, I got to say, it would be funnier if you said, hey, let me borrow $1 so I can pay you $1 to do that. That would be funny as shit. Oops. Sorry. And a roll of PLA. Just to put my finger under a laser, huh? There. See? I did it. Put my finger under a laser. Yeah, I know, right? I don't have a bleep button. A bleep, the bleep, bleep, bleep. That's all, folks. Okay. I want that money now. Because I put my finger under a laser. All right. Let's line these bad boys up. Or do you want to watch this part? Here, hold on. Let me let's move us over here so you can see what I'm doing here. The workbench. Well, I mean, come on. You said put my finger under a laser. I did that. All right, so the prototype part is done. That is true. I would prefer to have a like a prosthetic, hand though, not just a finger. Where is my? I don't want to use that. Finger it is. It's not Titebond, but it should work. Gotta tell you, I do prefer Titebond glue though. It just works so much better. All right. You need to move over. I need more. I need a flatter spot. There we go. That looks much better. Much more better. Okay, Mr. President, I know you didn't inhale either, right? That's correct. It's all right.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
We're making a dice game. Well, we're making a board game. We're making a 3,000-year-old board game. And I'm having a blast doing it. And I get to talk to you guys while I'm doing it. How awesome is that? Although I did make a stupid mistake. But I'm not going to tell you what it was because it doesn't really matter. Oh, man, you're funny. You're such a funny guy. You're a fun guy. You're like a mushroom in the dark. Fun guy. Fun guy. All right. So let's use our paddle. And then we're going to retrieve. One of these here clampy doodles. Without doing that. The stack will be just fine for what I have in mind. Come here, you. Okay. Yes, now I will glue it to the bench. Well, I don't have any glue on this part. And this is a unfinished MDF. So it does have a little bit of a surface to it. So, meh. And I didn't put enough glue on it to really like go nuts with it. But I suppose you are correct, though. I probably should have done that. And I definitely didn't get enough ooze. So that's kind of sad. But now, where's my thing?
I need my.
And drooling. I could cut something else while we're, just like chilling, but no, because I didn't put the super glue in. If I did put the super glue in, though, it works brilliantly. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, actually, that'll still work. I can still do that. Oh, this is going to be such a fun project. I can already feel it. I can feel it in my bones. In my bones. My bones. This is going to be nice. Love the second use place laptop on 3D printer heated bed. Yes. I actually often do that. It's a good storage place to keep me from getting wood dust all over my computer, because I really don't want to take it apart again, which we've already done one time. And that is no bueno. I really don't like it, because laptops today are not exceptionally convenient to get to stuff. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, this is going to be fun. Fun.
We'll have fun till your daddy takes your T-bird away.
Well, I kind of do have that. If you look up here, that's what I'm streaming on right now. So I can, watch what you're saying. It just doesn't like OBS very much, because it's a really old machine. All right, so now we gotta get jiggy with this thing. We're gonna put the glue away. Also, if you want to see them, these are the first of the prototypes for the. Oh, okay. The kryptonite crystals. These are just like the prototype versions. So if I turn the lights off, you can kind of see how they glow a little bit. So yeah, anyway, that's what I was working towards, is doing some kryptonite crystals. I found this handy dandy ice cube tray at Walmart and used that for the experiment. And then today I got this. This is a Wish.com purchase. So I can make a little candle holder. So you can see in there. So I can pour the resin in there, and I can add my little seashells that I've got in the bucket there. And yeah, that'll be fun. No idea what I would use this void space for, though. I don't think I have a use for that. But we have another mold to go with our resin projects, which is cool. I'm very happy about that. All right, so we got to move this over here for a minute, and then we got to grab some 100 grit, because I don't want to do that 200 or whatever grit that is. Yeah, it's 220 just yet, because aren't there yet. Are on this. This is okay. That's better. Oh, so nice. So nice. See, I had all this masking tape left over from my 3D printing days, and I figured, hey, let's use it for something since I don't use it on my build plates anymore. So now I have this nice little thing I can do. Oh, that's not going to work. Hold on. Let me do this. There you go. Kind of like a top-down sort of thing. And then I could just go like this and read your comments and talk to you and get some sanding work done, because we want to get this somewhat level. Ton of masking tape to hold decals as we're arranging them. I can see that. Decals. A little bit of a warp there. But we can fix that because we have the technology. That's right. You saw it here first. We are using super glue. Gotta bond that corner down a little bit. Ooh, look at that smoke. Yeah. There we go. Much better. Yeah, that had a heck of a curl to it. There's a little bit right there, too. You might see after a brief commercial break from our sponsors. Oh, wait. We don't have sponsors. We are cheap. There we go. Should see the smoke that comes up off this. Video of someone using super glue and baking soda. Yes, I have seen that actually works, but I don't have any baking soda here, so that's why I'm using the rapid set, or the whatever you call this, the Instaset from Bob Smith Industries. But that cleaned up the last of the voids that I had, so we have a bit of sanding to do though, so I'm going to kind of
Oh, use the baking soda and super glue on your foam planes? That's actually pretty cool. Oh. No. That's definitely not me. I am not the happy little sandpaper. It's okay. There are no mistakes. Just happy accidents. It's much nicer. Look at that. It's starting to get a nice, it's almost where I want it. It's not quite there yet. I don't want it clean, but I don't want it like completely filthy either. So that's what I'm working on right now. It's kind of that like patina thing I'm trying to get, or whatever you want to call it. And insert adult comment here. Happy accident. I was happy. I can say it was an accident. But was it? That's what she said. Somebody had to say it. I think we're just about there. Almost. Oops. I think I went a little nuts on that one. Well, no, not quite. That one's got a chunk on it. That's yucky. Send snad you boat till it gets a whole sink to the bottom of the sea. Can't remember how that, I don't know how it goes. Oh, that's much nicer. I like that. I can work with that. I can work with that. All right, so now we're going to get rid of this because there's like nothing left of it. This is Harbor Freight sandpaper. You get what you pay for, so keep that in mind. I got a little bit of life left on that one, but I don't want to go nuts because I'm really wanting to do a certain thing with this, and I don't want it to go crazy. All right, so this is the moment where I ask you, sorry, that's starting to look like I froze because you said I eat coasters and then you said East Coasters. So I was like, oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't eat coasters. They can't taste that good. All right. So now we got questions. Because now would be time before I hit this to actually do some paint on it. So we will get our happy little paints here because we got some happy little paints. We got our happy little brushes right here. Happy little brushes. We got our happy little ice cube mold tray that we can use for our happy little paints. So, what shall we do? Shall we paint these or shall we leave them as is? get some of these little vices out of the way. Yeah, we don't really need those right now. But we do need a space that we can work and make some happy art. Because you like to do art, don't you? I like to do art. So let's do some art together. Don't paint, maybe a wash, but I wouldn't paint. But I wouldn't. Well, I don't mean necessarily like, I meant like, do we want to fill these in with like a, you know, like something to make this darker? I have to sand this down anyway. So, and again, this is a small prototype. So now would be the time. So I can, oh wait, I think I have more paint actually. Let me see. Paints. Yes, I do have some more paints in here. We have lots of paint. Paint. Okay, paint. So you want me to water down some paint? Well, what are we watering down then? We've got some sterling silver. We got some gunmetal gray. We have this wonderful flag red, which I was actually thinking of using on the rosettes, because I really kind of like the idea of like hitting those with a little bit of red. I've also got a bright red. I know what you're saying though. Start with the black, then go lighter. Isn't that counterintuitive? Okay, so you want me to do this with some water. Okay. So we're gonna squeeze a little bit in there. Well, this is actually gunmetal gray, so it's not all that black. But let's see, what can we do? We can make it a little darker though. Well, we're doing a wash anyway, right? We have some pigment here. This is a high-end pigment that I purchased for the express purpose of, you know, for exactly what I'm doing right now. Remember, this is extremely high-end pigment. All right. We like this high-end pigment. I can actually show you the brand if you'd like, because I feel that I think I can trust you guys with it. So this is a very specific type of pigment. So it's very very easy to use, especially with resin work. All right, so I've got a cup. I'm going to grab some water. And I can't hear you talking because, or see you typing because, well, I'm not in the room right now. I'm getting a happy little cup of water. Let's see. Now, I guess the question is, do we want to use a bigger brush? Because I got a chip brush that I could use for that. I might kind of spread it out a little bit more than using the other one. Street chalk. Really? Yes. Street chalk. I cannot make this up. We'll go a little, there we go. That's better. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little brush here. We're going to mix our happy little colors. And we're going to make it just a little bit darker. There you go. That looks so much nicer. Let's take a little bit off there. There we go. Yeah, we don't want it to be too wet of a brush. Kind of lightly go across it. I think you worried too much. I think this is like I said, this is a prototype. So I'm like literally just doing it for the sake of prototype work. And are you going to say, oh, stop, don't do that. What are you doing? Don't worry. This is going to look just fine. I have an idea. He's like, oh, dear God, no, not the idea. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The ideas will flow. That actually looks really, really cool like that. What do you think? Leave it or fill it completely in? Come on, Peanut Gallery. Light it. Highlight it. Oh, light it up. like what the hell are you trying to say right now? Okay, hold on a sec. You had me. I'm like, what are you trying to tell me right now? Because you're confusing the crap out of me. Oh, that looks like cobalt blue. That is so funny. It's actually not. It's gray. It's just reflecting cobalt blue. What the? Hold on one moment. Yes. What, for like the edges you talking about? Or like, yeah, that's what this is. Welcome back, Mike. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, well, we'll try that. Okay, hold on a minute. All right, well, I'm gonna go over this with the really super liquidy stuff again, so I can get it in the cracks. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. No worries. All right, I'm gonna flip this around. This is mostly water anyway. What's up, buddy? Mr. Carl is in the house with a K, people, with a K. All right, I'm going to hang up, but I'll call you back in a bit. Okay. Multitasking is okay, but, you know, well, whenever, because everybody's a mod when I see you. Because why not? You wanting to take over my channel, or, I mean, that would be interesting, but still, I don't really see why not. You guys don't need any limitations. You guys put yourselves through the pain of watching me do weird things all the time. So I figure it was only fair to just say, you know what? You get a mod. You get a mod. Get it in the hole. Gets it in the hole. So it's a really great day, Mr. Carl, and I am so very happy to have you here today. I am trying to get my streams back up and online, and just, you know, today was just about cutting this 3,000-year-old tabletop game called the Royal Game of Ur. Well, at least near as anybody really cares to call it something. I don't know what it actually is called, but that's what we're going to call it because that's what they were saying it was called. So we're going with it. All right. So now we made a sufficient mess of our table. I'm very happy with that. I don't think John Mal was. Oh, really? Thought I got everybody. I may not have gotten everybody. Hold on. Do 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 do. I think John was only in for a couple of minutes, wasn't he? Do 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 do. I'm going through, and I did make Michael one or Mike, and oh, you are right. Why did I not get John? There you go. Honestly, I had thought I clicked on him. You know what? Maybe he was already a mod and I just unmodded him. Maybe that's why he left. John's mad at me now. It's an everyone gets a wrench stream. That's right, because why not? You are important to me. You're willing to watch me. You guys can do whatever. You get carte blanche. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want. It's not like it really does much, but all right. So I'm gonna try and I don't know, hold this in front of a fan for a second and try to dry it out. You know. It's got to sound really strange from your point of view. Oh, well, please do share, or you not want to share. You don't have to share. Yes, I think one day when I have the technical aptitude, I would absolutely love to build me a White Knight printer, only because it's the coolest, most epic printer ever, ever, ever. Sharing is caring. All right, then I'm going to share with you, Ron, that your spelling is atrocious. How-to videos for... Ah, there you go. I'm just messing with you, Ron. I think all of us have equally bad spelling at times. Especially when you're doing it from a phone. Oh my God, that's horrible. I just want to bash my head into a phone because it's just like, really? Really? Oh, that feels relatively good. I kind of like it. I think I'm gonna. I knew what you meant. I think everybody in the room knew what you meant. You. Only you can prevent forest fires. Drink a lot of beer and then you pee on them. That's how you prevent forest fires. Do I know how to dry brush? Yes. Am I going to do that? I don't know. Maybe. I need my thing. I'm sorry, I needed to get a paper towel. Maybe. Let's see if that. Nope, not really dry enough yet. Although it could make an interesting effect. Hold on, I'm going to try something. Really? Are they like child-proof these things again? What? You what more channels to add to the... Oh, I always like to have more channels to add to the wall. Because it's fun. And because I appreciate everybody. And yeah, I'll add more. Actually, it's easier than ever now because now that I got the laser, it's like I can just cut it and make it. Squirt. Sure. Da-dun, da-dun, ya-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ha-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. For some reason, I've got like Bugs Bunny on the brain today. I don't know what's up with that. But, you know. Oops, wrong one. I'm like trying to find the right one here. I don't know if that's... I think I'm going a little too light with it. Yeah, I don't think I got enough contrast to actually see that. But really want this bright red. EI Blackwash. I make Home Gadget Geeks. Oh, nice. Okay. I don't have black at the moment. And like I said, this is a prototype. I'm just having fun with it. That I will do that on this very next one because I actually do have black, but I just don't have it here. So I was trying to get a... I don't even think you can sort of see that. Yes. So what of it? You know what's funny is I actually had a very specific way I wanted to paint this.
Then you had me distracted. What's up with that? Oh, that ain't gonna work anyway. Oh my god. Yeah, but I can't do it right now because I gotta sand it first. But I wanted to see what it would look like. So this is that candy apple red, or not candy. It's a bright red. But I do actually kind of like the contrast. Paint drying video rock when you need to. Yeah, right. Do, 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 do. So paint it my way. See, now that's the difference there. It's a lot brighter, but I'm not sure that I don't want to go quite that bright. I kind of like that muted look. But I want the pieces to or the player squares to kind of stand out. But I think once I go through and do some of the sanding, I think it's going to do that. So, but I mean, it's a really cool color. But I do like the other color too, actually, which I'll show you in a second. Oh, go for it, Ron. Or is it a secret? But first, need to laser cut it to see if it will work. Well, I don't know. What do you want to laser cut? Oh, sure. Leave me hanging. Oh, you got to laser cut, but I don't know if it'll work. And then you've got to leave. All right, let's wipe this off. Okay, now what I did is I opted to use this other sort of it's not white, but it's like a kind of actually it's called antique white. And I wanted to try using that, but I got a little bit too much on there. I'm gonna wipe that off.
Nope, not quite enough there. Kind of like that. Fish no bite. And then you were saying, try that other one. We'll see how that one looks too. But I do have another. Ah, there it is. That's the one I want to try. Yeah, that one ought to be, this one ought to be really cool. Or at least fun. Also extremely powerful, so I got to be careful with it. Yeah. Well, I know how I would myself would do it, but there's problem is I don't have a dark enough black here right now, because at least for what I wanted to do. And most of this is going to get sanded off anyway, so it's like it's great to experiment beforehand. Actually, that looks kind of cool. Like I said, I got to be careful with this particular color because it is very powerful, but it did do what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to just kind of work on these happy little stars. Happy little stars. Yeah, just like that. Happy little stars. Does have a neat look, though. I think the idea in general is just cool. And I think that's what I like about this kind of stuff, is that you can get away with a lot of stuff. I can't believe I'm actually been doing this without my glasses on, though. Well, if I let my daughter do it, I probably could. She loves to paint. Actually starting to look similar to what I was thinking it would. So Problem is I need to sand this first so I can actually see. But gotta rinse my brushes off soon. Let's try. And pull out some sandpaper. Mm, 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 mm. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back. It could work, Ron. Really depends. I mean, some stuff is easier to do that with than others, but yeah, it shouldn't be. That's that whole hologram thing. So, but yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of those lately, so I don't see why not. Yeah, I've actually shined LED lights into some of the acrylic cutting stuff that I've done. Oh, bum. Nice pun. I did enjoy that one. So I've got quite a bit more sanding and stuff to do, but I've also got to get off here and go to bed because it is 12 o'clock. And so today we started working on the Royal Game of and this is it. So I think a really good start to the project. It's actually not as small as I thought it was going to be. Yes, I'm going to, but I got to let it dry completely first. And I have to do some. I have to decide too whether or not I want to put a little bit of the color in here because, like, there's a. Where is it? It's right here. This is a blue sapphire, which I'd really like to add as a contrast to some of the ones that I can't directly paint, just to kind of, touch that, because that blue sapphire is really crazy looking. I love it. I gotta finish peeling the skins off this thing. But yeah, I've got some a little bit more sanding to do. I gotta wait until the white paint or the antique white paint dries, because it's actually when I painted this top surface, it caused it to kind of bow. So I need them to kind of flatten back out again. So that's why I was just painting the back. So it is flattening out quite a bit. It's going to take time. It's got to absorb that moisture. But yeah, this is actually a really cool project. I am so glad to have started doing this. And again, I mean, it's bigger than this. From I can't remember. You said 12 inches, right? But yeah, this is right now. This is 8 inches, right about. So I mean, that's the squares are just shy of an inch, 1 by 1, which is actually funny because that's actually I designed this based on the 1 by 1 when I first did it, and then I blew it up to be like 1.3, and of course now I realize that I'm gonna have to go up a little bit farther than that. But I actually do too. And with the opening inside, I should be able to get the tetrahedral dice in here, and I think I could actually just put the tetrahedral dice in this pocket and then put the game tokens right here. Yeah, the playing pieces, that's going to be the more interesting part. I've got a couple ideas on that, but for now, I think we got a pretty groovy start to a 3,000-year-old game. And yeah, I know it took a little while to get to, but I mean, you get to watch pretty much the whole process with the exception of the design phase, which didn't take a whole lot of time considering. But, design stuff still takes time. So, but I am grateful that, coming back to do an episode and I had all you guys come and hang out and, go through the torture. I don't know. I mean, I was doing them on Fridays for a while, but I just, I needed to take a break and get away because I was having some minor issues that I needed to work through. I'm still not completely through them, but at least I'm through them enough, of course, that I can do this. It was very difficult, a lot more difficult for me than I thought it was going to be. Dealing with, I mean, I know I'm not like a relative of Mike's or anything, but it really did affect me a lot more than I thought it would. So I needed a little bit of a break just to kind of get away and, you know, do things and stuff. So, but you know, we all have to do some kind of introspection and stuff at some point. So just glad that you guys were here to hang out tonight and watch me make the royal game of So very happy about that. Oh, I know. Yeah, and I'm not trying to diminish that either. It was just one of those things that, you know, I didn't realize, and then suddenly I did. And I probably should have said something sooner, but we all do things and deal with things in our own way, I guess. So anyway, as I said, I appreciate you being here with me. And I'm looking forward to doing some more iterations of this. I'm really actually interested in just, I don't know what I'm interested in. I do want to make some more of these, though. I really like them. They're, this is a really good idea, Shatter. And it's, I can see some of the issues that I'm going to have with it. And I think I'm going to be able to dial some of that in. So, you know, I'm just going to kind of play with it. It's a really porous, very lightweight wood. I mean, this thing weighs nothing really. I mean, so, but anyway, like I said, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and yeah, maybe we'll do it on Fridays. We'll see how that goes. And but until then, thanks for making a game with me. And we'll continue. I'm going to do the game pieces in resin, so we'll do that. And I'll get your input on that and colors and stuff. And yeah, we'll see where this little project goes. And then we'll kick off maybe some of the Wish projects and stuff. So until then, you guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging and putting up with me for 2.5 hours. So good night.